Good afternoon and welcome back to JPTV. Merry Christmas. If you're new here to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you love true crime and makeup and love makeup tutorials, then you're definitely gonna wanna subscribe to my channel below and click that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I upload a new video. And if you're interested in seeing how I got this soft glam makeup look using all drugstore products, then just keep watching. Bye. Hello, Merry Christmas. I am really excited about this video today. I was sitting down thinking about what I wanted to do for my first tutorial, and just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up with my channel. I know in the beginning I mentioned that obviously I'm going to be doing makeup and storytelling. However, I came up with a more detailed schedule, so I will be uploading twice a week. I will upload on Sundays, which will be our true crime video, and then on Wednesdays, which will be our tutorial. I also have a new channel that is going to be all about the keto diet and my keto journey, so definitely check out the description box. I'll have the link to that other channel down below. I'd love for you to join me there and start following me. That one's going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to do like keto hauls, so when I go shopping and pick up, you know, any type of things that you would need for the diet. In fact, my first video is going to be on New Year's Day. So I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to take you guys out with me to do my shopping for my meal prepping. And then I figured I would just take you along for the ride of meal prepping. So I'm really, really excited about that channel as well. And again, like I mentioned, you can follow me there. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So it is Christmas Day, but when you're watching this, it will be a few days before New Year's Eve. And I purposely did that because I'm doing a look that you could either do for New Year's Eve or Christmas Day. And so I thought that it would be a good idea to really do kind of like a soft glam for a mature woman. And so yeah, so let's just jump right in. First thing I do is prep my skin, and I use this Neutragena oil-free moisturizer. I love this stuff. I've been using it for probably about a year now, and I have really, really dry skin. And so this really hydrates my skin and gets it prepped and ready for makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that on. And you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. And as you can see how it just kind of like makes my skin look super hydrated. I just love it so much. And by the way, you probably noticed I'm not filming in my regular spot. I'm actually in my dining area. And two reasons for that. One, my cat is sitting comfortably in my studio chair. So I felt bad about kicking him out. And then two, it's raining in California, which it doesn't do very often, so it's really, really dark, and the lighting is really bad in my office. So I figured I'd come out here, have some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some true sunlight, along with my filming lights. So that's why I'm not in my office today. All right, so next I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. You actually can't even see. It's like all old and scraped off, but this stuff is really, really great as well. It is either used as a liquid highlighter, or you can use it under your foundation, which I really like to do because it just kind of peeks out at your foundation and makes you look just kind of like a glowing skin from within. And I don't know if you'd like it if you have normally oily skin. It might look too like wet under the skin for you. And so really most of the people that I know that really like this are people that have really dry skin. So if you do have dry skin and you don't want to use it for that, I highly recommend it to use it as a liquid highlighter when you're all done with your makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt this into the skin. So what is everybody doing for New Year's? I know in California, COVID is starting to get really bad again, which, you know, last year, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. Last year at this time, the same thing happened. And if I remember correctly, like January, I remember just it seemed like every other day, because I don't know if you remember, I mentioned in one of my other videos that I'm in the staffing field. And so last year around this time in January, we were getting calls every single day. Somebody was out with COVID. I mean, it was insane. So, you know, that's my fear. We're going to be facing that again. So I don't know if, you guys are planning on doing anything. I'm actually just going to see family today. mom and dad's. We haven't had Christmas at my parents', and usually it's a tradition every year. My mom and dad, host Christmas for our whole entire family at their house. But again, because of COVID, we haven't been doing it. My dad actually has a rare lung. I don't know if it's a disease or it's probably just an illness, but it's very rare, and so he cannot get COVID. Like, it would be very, very dangerous for him. And so, until the whole family and everybody was vaccinated, we really just didn't want to put him at risk. And so that's why we didn't do it until this year. So everybody in my family is fully vaccinated now. So we're actually going to be celebrating this evening. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I don't know what we're eating though. As far as New Year's, I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. I will probably put makeup on, but I probably won't be doing what I'm doing today because we are just going to be hanging out at home and having some of our kids over. Oh, and I did forget to mention what foundation I'm using. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear foundation, and I am in the color 460. I'm actually out, so I don't know if you guys heard me, like I was trying to get it out. But I have noticed for more mature skin, this works really, really well. It's my absolute favorite drugstore foundation, so excited about that. And then now I'm going to go into my concealer, and I like to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's a matte finish. Now, although, like I said, I have super dry skin, I still like a matte finish when it comes to my concealer, for sure. And this has to be one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I also like the Flower Beauty concealer, and I don't know, after I found this one, I don't really get that one much anymore, just because I don't like the doe foot. Like, it's very thin, whereas this one I really, really like the thick doe foot. It reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape, so I really, really like it. And then also, if you're curious what brush I'm using, this is the dual-ended IT Cosmetics concealer and foundation brush. I've been seeing a lot of makeup artists using it, and they swear by it, so I thought I would try it out. So I actually got it in my stocking. It was on my list of must-haves, and so my husband got it for me. And actually, the crazy thing is that he's so funny when it comes to buying me stuff for my stocking. He would just rather me pick the stuff out than him have to buy it. I mean, I like it. I just feel like it's not really blending it out. I'm just gonna end up moving to my sponge. Anyways, we went to Ulta together on, not Christmas Eve, but the day before Christmas Eve. And I ended up just picking it out. And the crazy thing is like all the IT Cosmetic brushes were on sale, but that one. I'm like, what are the chances of that? That was an expensive brush. FYI, I don't really usually spend that much money on a brush. It was $48. And I love the way it did put on my foundation though. I have a few foundation brushes, and nothing has worked quite like this one. Like, I just really love the way the foundation looks. So, but I just feel like when it comes to concealer, I don't know, the handy dandy sponge, I just feel like always comes through for me in the end. So, all right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and powder so I don't crease. I use the Maybelline Fit Me, and this one is the matte and poreless powder in number Classic Ivory, so it's 120. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm doing today. New Year's Eve, having some of our kids over. The one, our daughter and her husband, who didn't get to come for Christmas Eve because they are one's in healthcare and one's in the hospitality industry, so they weren't able to come, which is a bummer. But super excited that they're going to be coming New Year's Eve to hang out with us. All right, so next I'm going to powder all over my face. And I'm going to be using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. It looks like this. And I pretty much just use it all over the skin. It has like a little slight glow to it. And I don't know if you can tell by my lighting, but the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, there is just a tenth of a glow, not much, just a little bit. I don't like a huge glow. And then this powder just kind of like tops it off and just gives like a nice little shine to the face. Makes it look very flawless. So I love it. It's one of my favorite powders. All right, so next I'm gonna actually use a cream contour. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Bronzed Peach. It looks like this. I'm gonna open it up, and it's a cream bronzer and a blush. I don't usually use that blush. I feel like in the summer sometimes, but I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan of it, so it's a little too bright for me. So I'm gonna just kind of like buff this out. Ooh, that's pretty. Can you see it like kind of mixed a little bit of the blush in it, but I'm not minding it actually. I feel like it's adding like a really pretty tint to it. Alright. And I love doing cream bronzer before I put on a powder bronzer. So I'm just gonna do it here. So I'm definitely excited about my other channel. I have done keto off and on. I think it was since like 2000, I'm gonna say 17. I actually got turned on to the diet by Brianna Fox. She is actually a YouTuber, she's a makeup artist, and she has a vlogging channel. And you know, I've been trying to find a diet that I just felt like I could stick to. For me, my weaknesses are anything dairy, like cheese, sour cream, guacamole, any kind of creamy stuff, like that's my jam. And so the fact that on the keto diet I could eat that, for me was just like, I was like, I'm all in, let me try this. And it really worked for me. Like the first time I did it, I lost 30 pounds in 2 months. And I mean, I just couldn't believe like that I finally found something that worked for me. The thing about that particular diet though that does make it hard is that, hard to sustain it, is it's a low carb, high, so those of you that don't know, it's a low carb, high fat, moderate protein diet. And so, but it's healthy fats, not bad fats. So your avocado oil, your olive oil, avocados, real butter, like those types of things. And so when it comes to fats, those are the kinds of things that you eat. And then obviously high protein and extremely low carb. And so what I have found that works for me with this diet is to take breaks from it. You know, sometimes like during the holiday season, every holiday season I've taken a break from it, and then I just start right back up. And so it's kind of one of those diets that's really easy to jump right back on. So I will be starting back on the 1st of January, so I'm excited about that. If you're curious about what I just used to bronze my face, this is also Hourglass, and it's the Ambient Radiant Bronze Light bronzer. Let me just show you. It's one of my favorites. I feel like in the winter, it works really well on me, but in the summer when I'm tan, it doesn't show up very good. So that's the only thing. But for the most part, I really love that. So let's see what we do next. Let's put on some blush. So let's jump into the Morphe Blush Trio. I really love this one. There's browns, there's like a pretty orange, and then a shiny bronzer right there. I'm hearing my husband moving around upstairs. Something tells me he's gonna pop down here while I'm filming. And I'm gonna have to pause, so right now. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I actually took the opportunity to do my eyebrows off camera because it's not really that exciting to watch me do it. And if you've been watching my videos, you have already seen me do it a few times, so nothing exciting there. All right, so last but not least, when it comes to the face, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see the glow. Just the very glowy skin. I just am loving the way my skin looks right now. And so I'm gonna add just a little extra glow. So this is the Wet n Wild I'm So Lit. I know I mentioned this in my other videos. This is my favorite drugstore highlighter. I mean, it's so like bright, I have to like tap it off so that it doesn't come too much. See, look at that. Whew, wow, so pretty though. Very icy. And that's the look I'm going for. I'm going for a very glam, icy, New Year's Eve look. So I'm put a little bit on my nose, and my Cupid's bow. So I love it. All right. So what else has been going on? A lot of my friends, like and coworkers, family have COVID right now. So it's just kind of a bummer because, you know, a lot of people aren't going to be together for Christmas. And that makes me sad. I know my boss doesn't get to see her son because he has COVID. He just got back from New York. His girlfriend's brother got married. And so it was his first time there, which was really exciting. But as soon as he came back, he knew he had to get tested before he saw his family because the outbreak in New York, I guess, right now is really, really bad. And so, so he has it. So it's kind of a bummer. So Heather, if you're watching, I love you. I hope you had an awesome Christmas with the rest of your family. And he'll be home before you know it. All right, so I'm going to jump into the Jacklyn Hill and Morphe Devine Neutrals. This is a palette that just came out. I absolutely love it. It's super simple. You know, it's neutral colors, but there's also some really, really dark warm tones. But we're gonna stick in the lighter area today because I really wanna do just kind of like a soft glam look. So let's go ahead and jump in. So I'm just gonna start with Just Barely because it's a nice Just Barely color. A very skin tone color. And I'm just gonna kind of hold up my mirror so that way I can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go to the other side. So pretty much what I do is just do windshield wiper motions back and forth and just kind of like spread it out all through my upper crease. I have somewhat of a hooded eye. So if you have a hooded eye, it's really, really important that when you blend out your transition shade, that you go up pretty high, like close to your brow bone. So I'm gonna start here and I'm just gonna kind of see how I go up. I'm just gonna work my way. And I like to go in to the actual inner corner because I actually haven't contoured my nose yet. I'm gonna actually do that last. So what I like to do, it's a great trick, is when you're using your transition shade, you just kind of bring it in towards where your contour would be. And it just kind of looks really, really nice and smooth. And you'll be able to see in the end when I actually contour my nose. So yeah, just back and forth, and I love to build up the color, which is what I'm doing right now because I'm gonna stay super soft. I'm only gonna add like a couple more colors, and then that's pretty much it, and then put a really pretty like shimmer on the lid. So now I'm gonna go in with Good Vibes right here next to it. So let me move my brush so you can kind of see it. It's a very light brown, and I'm gonna use the same brush, but I'm just gonna tap a little bit and then shake it off. And then I'm gonna go a little bit lower this time. So I'm gonna start here, and then I'm just gonna move in like a little bit lower in the crease. So like right in the socket, okay? There you go. Right in the socket. So, you know, I really thought it might be fun to kind of share how I got into makeup and wanting to eventually start my channel. So back in 2018, one of my coworkers, she's really, really good at makeup. So we were having our work Christmas party, and I asked her like if she would do my makeup. Hi, Melissa, I know you're watching this. You are one of my faithful followers. Anyway, she did my makeup, and it looked so good. And I sat there and I thought when I was driving back home to get ready to go to the party, and I thought, wait a minute, why am I having somebody else do my makeup? Like, why don't I just learn how to do it? And at that time, I just started watching YouTube. Never really went on YouTube to really do anything. Maybe here and there, you know, to check it out, but I'm gonna keep building up this color. But not much more than that. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna start watching tutorials. And then I started, and I just started doing my makeup and practicing, and you know, I got good at it, and the rest is history. And then I knew a few years back that I wanted to start a channel. I just didn't know when or like what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do makeup, but I just felt like YouTube is just saturated with people doing makeup, and I just felt like, I don't know, that, you know, when you've got that little you know, negativity speaking in your ear, like, oh, you're too old, nobody's gonna watch your videos. Like, these are the things that I thought, quite frankly. And, you know, as the years have gone by and I've just gotten more passionate about YouTube, and just wanting to do it for fun and really wanting to help people, because, you know, I'm in my late 40s, so I'm getting close to 50, and it's really, really hard to, what's what I want to say? I'm going to say it's hard to do makeup, but you don't want to look too young when you do your makeup, so you want to have a mature look about you, but you also want to be glam. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I want to have makeup that looks nice, but not overdone because of my age. And so the more I started thinking about it, I thought, you know what, maybe it is appropriate. You know, there needs to be more women my age doing tutorials on YouTube, because I think it's important that we look nice as we get older, but that we do it in a way that really looks the best on us. And so that's why I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. You know, I had a lot of people encouraging me, and so I'm just grateful for my friends and family that kind of pushed me in that direction. So here I am. All right, so now I'm just gonna finish up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I wanna just darken up the corner just a tiny, tiny bit. And so I'm gonna actually mix this shade and this shade, which is Booked and Good Vibes. Just like a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit. And then I'll just tap it off. And then I'm just gonna kind of like darken up the corner a little bit. So that's how I got started. And I'm, you know, this is only like my 4th video. And so hopefully, as time goes on, I won't be, I'm not gonna say that I'm nervous, but I feel like, I don't know, like, has anybody really want to watch me? Like, I just feel like, who would want to watch me? Okay, so now I'm gonna go under with my original transition shade, just barely, and I'm just gonna kind of like go under there, the other side, and then I just want to kind of blend it all together. You always want to blend everything out with your transition shade, just so there's no like harsh lines. See, it's just a nice, simple, soft look. And then I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the brow bone. I'm gonna use this color right here. It's all Luxe. I'm just gonna go right up in here. Just adds a little bit of highlight. That's pretty. And then I like to just kind of like tap on it just to kind of soften it a little bit. And that's that. And then I am going to use this, it's ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. It's called I Love This. It looks like this, just a nice, pretty shimmer. And what I'm gonna actually do is I'm going to spray some Morphe setting spray on this brush, because I've noticed with the Super Shock shadows, they don't come on as bold as I'd like them to unless I wet my brush. So I'm just gonna kind of do that. And then now I'm just gonna put a little shimmer on the lid. Look at that, just nice, soft, pretty. I'm just gonna kind of go over the whole lid, where usually I would only do it in the middle and then have a darkened corner, but I wanted to just keep it very soft. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. Do the other side. What did everybody get for Christmas? Anything exciting? See, and, you always want to double check too to see, you don't want any harsh lines between your shimmer and your matte. So I'm just gonna kind of like softly go over it. Try to just kind of spread it out across the lid. So for me, my favorite gift this year for Christmas was, I got a new refrigerator. Okay, and way overdue. Our refrigerator we've had since we moved into our place, which was almost 7 years ago, and it was falling apart. I mean, there was a few things happening to it. It's still in really good condition. Actually, we gave it to our daughter, and so she loves it, which is good. But I really, really wanted one of those with the clear windows that you could see through. So we got it's an LG. It was pricey, but I love it. There's so much more room in it. So after spending that money on the refrigerator, I thought I shouldn't be buying anything else. That was my gift. Outside of, I did get a new iPad because I did have a little bit of fallout. The iPad that I had, I don't know what it is about the Apples, but I feel like the iPhones, the iPads, like after so long, after there's so many new versions out, I feel like they stopped working as good. So my iPad stopped charging. Like I would use different chargers, and there was only one charger that would actually work, and then that one even just stopped working, and so it wouldn't charge anymore. So I literally just got it 2 years ago. My warranty had expired 2 days before I went to get a new one, so it was really annoying. Sorry guys, I'm gonna turn this way because it's really hard to do my eyes in that angle. So, you know, as I've gotten older, I really don't care about my gifts. Like, I was so excited to see our grandkids open their gifts. Like, that is what made me happy. And our kids, our grandkids and our kids. All right, there we go. I think they're both even. So yeah, just a nice little wing. And this is actually my favorite eyeliner. It's the NYX Epic liner, Epic ink liner in black, and it's waterproof, so it can be really hard to get off. Excuse me. So, you know, just watching them open it, it's just like, there's nothing like it, you know. And now I understand, like, when my parents would get so excited about us opening gifts when we were kids, which I couldn't understand it then, but I do now. And it was just so great. It was the first Christmas Eve that our daughter and her husband and her kids all came over. We ate dinner, we opened gifts, and you know, they've been trying to get me to do that forever because they're from Mexico, so their family, they always open their gifts at midnight on Christmas Eve. So they've been trying to get me to do that forever, and I just never would. And so finally, we graduated to Christmas Eve. So that's what we did last night. We opened all the presents. So this morning, you know, we don't have young kids at home anymore. FYI, I'm gonna be using the Essence Lash Princess. This is the best drugstore mascara. It's like $5. And it's so good. It really lengthens your eyes. So it's the only mascara I use. I mean, I'll buy other ones, and then I always am going back to this one. So yeah, so they came over and we opened gifts. My son got home from work around 8, and his wife, and we all just kind of sat around opening stockings and gifts. So it was nice to sleep in this morning. I mean, we had nobody to wake up for, so, you know. But I do miss the times when our kids were young. Like, it's just crazy how time flies. And now we got grandkids, you know. But really sad that I didn't get to see my oldest son. They just moved to Seattle, and so they're not close by, which is a bummer. But I'm gonna go see him in January. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I'll probably vlog some of it because we're going to, well, you know, it's really gonna depend because I guess it's snowing there right now. And one of the places I wanted to go was Snoqualmie Falls, and there's a waterfall there. My son reminded me, Mom, it's probably gonna be frozen. You probably won't be able to see it, so that was kind of a bummer. So I don't know what we're gonna end up doing, probably just hanging out. But it's their new house, they just bought it, and so I'm really, really excited to see it. So I'll be seeing him mid-January. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some eyeliner in my waterline. I like to do like a beige waterline. It just kind of opens up your eyes a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. It's one of my favorite hacks. I just love how it just kind of opens up the eye. Let me see, did I get mascara on my face? A little bit. we're almost done, folks. So I'm actually going to put on some lashes. Now, because I am an older woman, like I talked about earlier, I like to do very, very subtle lashes. So I actually got these at Five Below. They had like a box of a whole bunch of lashes. So I don't really know what the brand is. It's like a Five Below brand. So I'm gonna just put those on real quick. I feel like for holidays, you know, it's nice to just have a little bit of extra on the eyes to kind of enhance your lashes a little bit. Just putting glue on those. And then this week, back to work. So last week I actually had most of the week off. I only worked 2 days. I did have a wedding on Monday last week. My daughter's husband's sister got married, and that was so much fun. I got to do makeup for a few of the bridesmaids, and so it was while that's getting tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lipstick. This is I got this in a BoxyCharm box, and I can't even. The brand is Beauty Vault, but I don't know what the color is. Oh, Natty Nat is the color. Gotta do a nice red today. I think I got some black stuff on my hands. I'm just gonna spray them real quick with my setting spray. Just kind of like get the black off so I don't get any more on my face. So I got to do the wedding, so that was a lot of fun. I feel like for me, if I can start doing weddings, you know, obviously I'm doing it for free, just so I can get some exposure. I do have an Instagram account. I have my Instagram handle right there so that you can go follow me on Instagram. I have some videos there and pictures of a couple weddings that I've done. And so I'd love to really start doing more weddings on the side. That's so much fun for me. I love it. So I got to do that. So that was a lot of fun. And so this week I have to go back to work. It's a full work week, except for we're closed on Friday to observe the New Year's holiday. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist. And we're almost done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lashes. I'm just gonna look down. See how it's simple? Hold on. One down. Sometimes I'll use my tweezers, and then sometimes I have to actually like put them on. So like I'm gonna have to set this down. Let me see if I could just do it in the mirror, in the camera. Sometimes you just gotta use your good old hands. And I just hold it down. Right. So there you have it. And you know what? This lash is really, on this side, is having a hard time. So let me just fiddle around with it here. I'm going to have a little bit of mascara that fell down. All right. Now we're just going to do some setting spray. This is my favorite, the Morphe setting spray. It smells so good. And there you have it. There is the finished look. I love, love, love it. It's a nice, soft glam So yeah, so there you go. It was really, really great chatting with all of you today. I am so grateful for you. If you are following me, thank you so much. Please continue to, watch my videos and subscribe below if you haven't already, and click that notification bell. And I'm gonna take these out, and I am ready to go see family. So love you all. Merry Christmas. Bye.